Resellers, scalpers, and the dramatic rise of side hustle culture are all of the reasons why Hot Wheels Ferraris just like these are being resold online every day at ridiculous prices that would make any sane person want to completely avoid becoming a die-cast model car collector. So this got me thinking, is it really that difficult to find these products for yourself? And over a 3-week period, I went out hunting for Hot Wheels 3 to 4 times a week to discover how many of these ultra desirable Ferraris I could find out in the wild. Make sure that you stick around until the end of this video because I know that you guys will be very surprised to learn exactly how high this counter will climb. The reason why everyone is losing their minds over Hot Wheels Ferraris right now is because back in 2014, Hot Wheels and the Ferrari brand couldn't reach an agreement and sadly, Mattel lost their license. Fast forward until the present day and over a decade later, Hot Wheels collectors are now triple excited to get their hands on products just like this Motor Show 5-pack, which includes the dark red version for the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, which is the first Hot Wheels Ferrari to feature within a multi-pack for over 10 years. Looks like a very nice fresh restock of 5 packs hit the shelves very recently, as I can't believe that we just found not 1, not 2, but a total of 3 Ferrari 5 packs hiding here today, which is definitely super lucky for sure, as this product is at the top of every collector's most wanted list to find out in the wild right now. Before we get stuck into 5 factory fresh boxes of mainline basic cars, you guys need to hit the comment section, pause the video and drop a comment with how many Ferraris you think we found in a total of 15 super fast store visits, no cheating, and I'm very interested to read if you guys think it's going to be a high or low amount, and I really hope that by the end of this video, the final number will shock and surprise you. With that said, we can now get fully stuck into 360 box fresh Hot Wheels mainline basic cars from a 2025 end case. No luck from box number 1, time to crack open our second box and pull out another dud version for the bright pink Hellcat. All of my subscribers fully understand that being the first collector lucky enough to look through untouched boxes just like this is not something that happens every day. And although this Dodge Charger from sealed case number 3 is missing its Spectraflame paint and real rider wheels, we're not going to stop digging until the final box. Drumroll please, as we crack open the 4th chance to pull ourselves a super treasure hunt, which of course has only been gifted with the regular mainline version once again. This is it, the final box, and for real, when the stars and planets align perfectly, you defy the odds, beat the employee resellers and get to crack open 5 fresh boxes of Hot Wheels. I hope that you guys can now better understand exactly how difficult it is to score yourself an international short card Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt and why these very special treasures are being resold for insane amounts of money online. Back on the hunt, and for real, it's been a long minute here on the channel since I last showcased a lucky store visit to a Matalan, which is predominantly a clothing store. But oh man, wow! Right off the bat, it's always a very good sign if you can find any treasure hunt Hot Wheels just sitting on top of this healthy pile of mainline basic cars. So let's dive in, and nice! Jackpot! Looks like we just found our second treasure hunt, so let's keep pulling out all of the winners and then I'll show you guys the best of the best pieces that were hiding here today, which for real are all of these Hot Wheels right here that 100% were at the top of every collector's most wanted list to find out in the wild. And if anyone watching right now is still missing a few of these cars in their collection, please remember to ignore the fear of missing out, because you can beat all of the online resellers and scalpers if you keep on your good hunt and wait patiently, because 9.5 times out of 10, the Hot Wheels that you are looking for the most will eventually find you once the initial hype train has left the station. And now, let's bounce and I'll show you guys what's going down inside of the first double lucky Smyths Toys Superstore. And right off the bat, I spy the Formula 1 multi-pack, which is another impossible to track down 5-pack when it was first released. Nice to see our pink POW, the regular mainline basic version of the car that we all wish had its Spectraflame paint and real rider wheels. However, there's no time to feel disappointed, as after quickly checking out this super cool old school BMW, this is in fact the very first time that I found the dark blue Mercedes, which is part of a 2025 P case. So hopefully this means that we can find even more awesome Hot Wheels hung up here today, just like the yellow version for the 1996 Dodge Viper GTS. And after 10 minutes or so of my time for your viewing pleasure, here's a lightning fast showcase for all of the best £1.69 mainline basic cars in stock right now, including the colour flipped reverse version for the epic Renault Espace F1 car, which I thought I would hate, but in fact looks sweet now that I've seen one for myself in real life. Looks like this 72 count case of awesome toy vehicles was in fact super treasure hunt free. The Tic Tac livery inspired BMW M3 wagon is the Hot Wheels that can be the super for this group of awesome cars if you're lucky enough to find one. Back on the hunt, and it's time to quickly blast through all of the unloved premium cars that will always be left behind from the Hot Wheels Car Culture Eurospeed set. And although we didn't find the Bugatti Bolide or the impossible to find La Ferrari, I did spot these very good looking 143 scale premium products, which I will show you guys in more detail later on in this video. As right now, I'm keen to find out if this Smyths toys have any extra stock for the Eurospeed cars, and just like that, boom. Oh man, that's crazy lucky for sure. Time to roll up our non-existent sleeves and find out if our luck is about to change. And no way! Jackpot! Very nice. Looks like we just added Ferrari number 4 to our tally of ultra desirable Ferrari Hot Wheels, and now that we're holding this very special premium car in our hands, I can see exactly why everyone has been losing their minds and furiously hunting to add one of these bright red beauties into their personal collection. And I hope that all of you guys watching right now have been able to track down one of these bad boys for yourself. Here's a super quick showcase for all of the other 4 cars from Eurospeed, and although there were plenty of Bugattis hanging out here today, sadly none of them were painted in black, as we all know that inside Smyths toys, those special chase pieces stay locked up inside of the stockroom, and the staff here make sure that they never hit the shop floor. I can't believe that this is real life, and I finally get to find out for myself and show all of you guys exactly what's inside of a fully sealed 72 count box of International Long Card Clip Strip Hot Wheels, because showing up at the right place and at the right time means that this super cool and chilled member of Morrisons staff was more than happy to unbox everything on the shop floor and for me to hit record so that I can show you what's involved with hanging up this product in store. Right off the bat, it's a very, very good sign when you can find the treasure hunt included inside, and this is in fact the very first time that I've seen a long card version with a Triumph Tiger bike. The most important part of checking through all 72 products is to definitively find out which version of the bright pink Dodge Charger was seated inside. And yes, I can confirm that sadly, it's just another day, another dud box missing some Spectraflame goodness. And lastly, for your viewing pleasure, here's a nice little showcase for everything hung up in store for other collectors to get excited about, and I'm just going to grab the treasure hunt, and I also don't own a long card version for the Porsche 911 Cabriolet. But for real, it's been a good time having the opportunity to crack this case open, and if anything, I know that the majority of us have all learned something new here today. Great to showcase a store visit to the range for a second time here on the channel, and that's because I know that all of you guys would also get super hyped to find this Mercedes F1 race car hung up and in stock. Hopefully this means that a lot of the other highly sought after and desirable cars from a 2025 J case, just like this awesome wide body BMW 6 Series, can also be found amongst all of the cars here right now. Hunting down a die-cast model car Ferrari is definitely set on easy mode, as a quick scan across the top of the packaging made finding this prancing horse light work for sure, as we are now lucky enough to score ourselves the very first bright red Ferrari mainline basic car released in over 10 years, which is the god-tier SF90 Stradale. Oh man, jackpot! A second SF90 is found. Here's a super speedy showcase for all of the other must-own pieces from all of the Hot Wheels dumped into this metal display box, including the Nissan Leaf treasure hunt, and after making sure that I'm checking every single car carefully, as if anyone would accidentally leave behind a super treasure hunt, it would be me. Finding a third Ferrari SF90 means that 2 boxes of 2025 J case were unloaded here, and I'm now also very keen to see how many Corvette gases are hiding here right now. Getting to hold up to the camera a second treasure hunt Nissan Leaf find is double lucky for real, and after putting in the work and checking through everything in stock, you guys are going to absolutely love this, as the very last car to be accounted for is in fact our 8th Ferrari. Very nice. Back to the Hot Wheels hung up on the pegs, and still searching for some gassed up gold treasure. Looks like a member of staff was very happy to leave behind all of the Ferraris and score themselves a juicy super, as in total I could only track down 1 copy of the dud Corvette gasser. Might as well flex holding up to the camera 4 Hot Wheels Ferraris, as this is probably the last time that I will have the opportunity to show you guys this many SF90s hanging out all together, and then I'm going to try my best to put them back in different places in the hopes that a low-life scalper won't take all 4, and by hiding one just like this, and then hopefully when a member of staff tidies up later today, someone else might get the opportunity to find a Ferrari Hot Wheels in the future. Let's bounce, and then I'll show you guys another very, very lucky situation as we rock up to an Aldi supermarket, and straight away, you know that your luck is turned all the way up to the maximum if you get to walk up to 2 sealed boxes of mainline basic cars ready to restock the shelves. So let's waste no time and crack open these display boxes for all 72 Hot Wheels that make up another 2025 end case. And it didn't take very long to discover that this box was in fact Super Treasure Hunt free. Time to hit box number 2, and after quickly pulling out the dud bright red Honda Civic, and then 3 seconds later, we just discovered that this box of Hot Wheels was also not gifted with a juicy Super, as well as finding the second dud Honda Civic. Unbelievably, it's our lucky day, and I found a 3rd seal box of Hot Wheels just chilling on another out-of-service till point. So let's crack this bad boy open, and I'll show you guys all of the very best and ultra desirable pieces that can be found from this group of 72 mainline basic cars. And for the record, I only cherry pick all of the best products that I would buy myself, as these are all of the Hot Wheels that I know real car guys would be the most excited to find for themselves in store. But for real, feel free to change my mind and tell me why you enjoy the Hot Wheels fantasy cars ignored in this showcase, and if you think that Mattel is doing a good job with giving collectors what they want, or if you think that there are too many unloved Hot Wheels which take up precious retail space, hang around for too long not being sold, and prevent new stock hitting the shop floor. And lastly, looks like it's 3 dud boxes for us, and time to move on to store visit number 7. Straight down to business, and I'm keen to get my hands on a second premium Hot Wheels LaFerrari, because as a self-confessed toy car addict, I'm a big fan of having one car to open and another one to keep locked up inside of its packaging. The only real answer to the question, which type of Hot Wheels collector are you, is very simple. The answer is both loose and carded, so that you can enjoy the best of both worlds. Car Culture's Eurospeed Premium set is rated a solid 5 out of 10 from me. I think that if you look back at the 2018 set of 5 premium cars, you would also wish that Mattel had thrown in a nice little Porsche and another Mercedes for 2025, instead of the trash Pininfarina Battista. And I know for a fact that if the design team had leaned on this real-world version for the McLaren Solus for design inspiration and given us a super fun Golf livery version, then this Hot Wheels would not have been the terrible peg warmer that it is today. It's incredible to finally get my hands on this impossible to find and lesser known colour changing version for the epic Nissan Skyline R32. Dunk this Hot Wheels in warm water and cold water to watch it turn from bright red to dark red. Another 143 scale, expensive premium Hot Wheels that will encourage a lot of collectors to open their wallets.
Are there any left?
There may be one.
Shut up and take my money.
Is this amazingly detailed modern-day Toyota Supra. The Toyo tire wall branding is so good, and I want to see this design detail on a lot more Hot Wheels going forward. All of my subscribers know that this BMW fanboy will tell you that the 143 scale E30 M3 is an instant purchase all day long, and this one will 100% be coming home with me. The Mustang passes the vibe check and gets a solid 7 out of 10 from me. Love the colour and wheels on this one. But the Lambo is much better with its amazing paint colour, godly wheels, and I bet that this one looks amazing outside of its awkwardly large packaging. Although we didn't find the massively scalped upon LaFerrari hiding here today, looks like it was just a waiting game until more collectors can finally get their hands on the hardest to find member of this set of 5 premium boulevards, as the silver Mercedes is a must-own Hot Wheels for sure. And lastly, for everyone who never asked which were the best of the best white Hot Wheels mainline basic cars hung up here today, it was in fact these 5 beauties right here. Enjoy, you're welcome. Waltzing up to the universal hunting situation that every Hot Wheels collector experiences worldwide, and although there are 3 mini display boxes, I've just spotted some fresh stock placed on the top shelf, so I'm going to find a member of staff and ask super politely if we can take a closer look. Oh wow! No way! I did not expect this box to be sealed. That's super lucky and super crazy in equal amounts. Time to dive straight in, and then I'll fill up the sad mini dump bins with all of the best cars from what looks like a 2025 M case. My son and I are both big fans of the Shark Bite treasure hunt car, and fun fact, This wild Hot Wheels was first released all the way back in 2016 and looks like this. Here are two more god-tier pieces that will be finding their ways into the hands of other collectors, and now let's remove the cardboard middle layer and quickly discover that this box of Hot Wheels is for sure super treasure hunt free. Looks like we also found the Ferrari 365, which I will show you guys in more detail later on in this video. And after carefully checking that I'm not leaving behind any super treasure hunt gold, it's now time to hit sealed box number 2. So here's a rapid fire showcase from all of the very best pieces that can be found inside of a 2025 M case for your viewing pleasure, including getting double lucky and finding another shark bite treasure hunt. Okay, drumroll please, final shot at removing the cardboard middle layer in hopes of finding a Spectraflame red Honda Civic, and it looks like this box was double unlucky as it's another day and another dud box without a super, and randomly, this box was also missing the Ferrari 365 as well. However, it feels really good to leave behind overflowing boxes of Hot Wheels expertly curated by a real Hot Wheels collector that isn't only thinking about themselves. You better believe that I edit out any of the saddest store visits where you rock up to dump bins just like this, filled with absolute and it's about time that we hit some Spectraflame goodies as I show you guys the very first time that I found the Hot Ones semi-premium cars hung up in store. Although we're not first, and although the wheel designs for all of these cars from this set are terrible, I know that all of you guys will be hyped to add the Spectraflame Orange Honda Civic into your collection. This super cool Spectraflame Purple VW T2 pickup looks absolutely sweet as well. However, all of my subscribers know that I'm screaming inside like a little girl because I now get to hold up to the camera the godly Spectraflame Blue BMW M1 Pro car, and oh man, wow! If the wheels were anything else, then this Hot Wheels semi-premium would look exactly like a super treasure hunt. Absolutely fantastic set of 8 cars if you're lucky enough to find them, and you can count yourself triple lucky as well if you can find the Spectraflame Yellow Golden Porsche, as this one will be the most popular amongst collectors by a mile. Big fan of the Toyota Celica, this car has an especially good looking colour combination and you can never go wrong with gold coloured wheels. And lastly, if I had to pick the best unloved mainline basic car from everything in stock today, then I would have to say that this ultra fun Magic 8 Ball would be the winner. Let's dive headfirst into some fresh restock waiting for us inside of another Aldi supermarket, as this display box is looking minty fresh, so hopefully we can get double lucky, pull out some epic Hot Wheels, and with any luck, the staff members working here will have shown us some mercy and at least left behind some nice Ferraris for us to find buried inside of this first box. And just like that, Jackpot! No way! Another difficult to find Hot Wheels Ferrari is found. Although the card is slightly messed up on this one, I can't believe that we've just found a second Ferrari 365 with the perfect card. Time to shift into 6th gear, and although I did try my very best to find the Honda Civic Super to show you guys, looks like this Aldi supermarket has members of staff that are hot on the Hot Wheels, as surprise surprise, the Super Treasure Hunt Honda Civic for this box was of course cherry-picked most likely moments after this Hot Wheels display box was unboxed and hit the shop floor. However, there's no time to feel disappointed, as the probability of finding some more bright red Ferraris could well be on the cards for us, as I just found another display box filled with even more Hot Wheels, and after another 5 minutes or so of my time for your viewing pleasure, I did manage to locate the 2 awesome bright pink Porsches, and most importantly, 2 more Ferrari 365s to add to our ever-growing tally of impossible to find Ferraris. And lastly, I did manage to find the bright red non-super version for the Honda Civic, but couldn't find 2 purple Bugattis, which to be fair is sometimes just the way these display boxes roll and isn't unusual. Rocking up to another juicy fresh restock, and this store visit is the very first time that I found the first mix of all 3 premium F1 cars, which, for your information, cost £10.99 each, which will set you back this much money in these 6 currencies, so that you guys can see exactly how expensive it is to purchase Hot Wheels here in the UK. There is a total of 8 products inside of a factory sealed case for this set, with the most popular and highly sought after Oracle Red Bull F1 car being seeded as 4 out of the 8 products inside, to better meet the justifiable demand, as although I do think that these products aren't worth the price tag, I understand that a lot of people will be happy to part with that kind of money to add them into their collection. It's also important to give credit to Hot Wheels for trying something new, and I do respect the innovation. It also looks like a megaton of Eurospeed premium cars were hung up here super recently, so I'm going to put in the work and go through every single car to find out exactly how many Le Ferraris were hiding here today. And through the magic of video editing, let's cut straight to the results, and I can confirm that unsurprisingly, Smyths Toys employees do in fact work very hard to ensure that real collectors are always screwed over and can never find any of the good Hot Wheels for themselves. And lastly, you guys need to hit the comment section for this video and let me know if you would drop 80 quid on one of these Hot Wheels F1 racetracks. Both of my children would be very excited to open and play with one of these products, as this thing definitely looks like hours and hours of fun for sure. Back on the hunt and hitting store visit number 12, I know that all of my fellow Hot Wheels hunters would agree that when you find the Porsche 911 Cabriolet just hung up and sitting out in front of the pegs, it's time to get excited and roll up our non-existent sleeves once again to find out if this fresh restock of mainline basic cars is hiding a nice little Spectraflame pink super treasure hunt hidden somewhere here today. So sit back, relax, hit like, smash subscribe and drop me a comment, as doing all of those things costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel out infinitely. I hope that all of you guys have added all of these epic Hot Wheels into your always expanding accumulation of diecast model cars, as for real, every single one of these products are all must-own vehicles all day long. No Spectraflame goodies hung up for us here today, so let's hit the road and find out precisely what's going down with this mini display box of Hot Wheels inside of another Asda Supermarket, and that's because from where I'm standing, the bottom layer is for real looking undisturbed and untouched. So let's waste no time and find out exactly which treasures are hiding here, starting off with a random non-super version of the Porsche 911 Rally and then straight into the regular version of the McLaren Speedtail, as well as pulling out all of these nice little winners from a 2025 L case, which should have one or two Ferrari 365s seeded into every box. Time to rip out the middle layer to reveal a mediocre mix for all of the much easier to hunt down Hot Wheels, and then here's a lightning fast showcase for all of the awesome pieces left behind here today, as well as discovering that this box was in fact super treasure hunt free, and then we can dive headfirst into even more mainlines that have been tipped into this much larger dump bin, and after sorting through a few cars laying around on top, it didn't take very long before we uncovered one of the greatest Hot Wheels Ferraris that you can spend less than £2 on, which is this Ferrari F40 Competizione. And for real, I know that this one has been nearly impossible to find just chilling in your local stores for the majority of collectors. And then after 5 minutes or so of my time and for your viewing pleasure, as always, here are all of the Hot Wheels worth getting excited about, including uncovering another bright red, super cool Ferrari 365. Nice! Always very interesting to walk up to a neatly stacked fresh box of Hot Wheels just hanging out and waiting for us inside of another Aldi supermarket, and when you get to be the first collector to pull out all of the best and highly desirable pieces from a display box just like this, I'm super keen to find out if this brand new box of Hot Wheels contains any juicy treasures. And oh man, nice! Boom! Another treasure hunt bike is found. More often than not, if a super treasure hunt is included inside of a display box just like this, then it is just sitting on top in plain sight, waiting for supermarket employees to snipe themselves a rare and next to impossible to find Spectraflame treasure with ease. The best and my most favourite boxes of Hot Wheels that you can find inside of an Aldi supermarket are the ones where the super treasure hunt is buried deep within. As you can see here, sitting right at the bottom, underneath the 1973 Honda Civic Custom, was the regular non-super version for the pink Dodge Charger, which confirms that this box was a dud, and for sure, everything that I just showed you will be left behind for the next toy car enthusiast to get excited about. Moments before nearly leaving the store, luckily I did notice this cheeky extra box of untouched Hot Wheels chilling here on its own, perhaps left out as additional stock to be placed onto the shop floor later on today. So let's waste no time and figure out super quickly that yes, this display box of £1.49 mainline basic cars was not gifted with a super treasure hunt pink Hellcat, as for real, you can't win them all, and even if you're lucky enough to be the first collector to check through any fresh boxes of Hot Wheels, the overwhelming majority of times you will be hitting a group of 72 standard cars, and if a short card super was included more frequently, then they wouldn't be special and they wouldn't be as rare or highly sought after by collectors. If you're watching right now, you guys are legends, and inside this Smyths Toy Superstore, it's looking especially stacked here today with tons of mainlines, overflowing levels of premium 2-packs and team transport products, including so many semi-premium products that I hope all of you guys have added into your personal collections already. But what has really caught my attention is the nice little group of Euro speed cars with the second best premium Hot Wheels from this set just chilling out in front of the pegs. The Aston Martin Vantage wins the bronze medal and comes in third place for the best looking premium car included within Euro speed. Oh man, nice! Next up, and in the correct order of awesomeness, I would definitely say that the McLaren Solus ranks just outside of last place, and that's because the ugliest electric sports car included within Eurospeed is the Pininfarina Battista, which low-key just looks like a copycat design that Ferrari would put out themselves. However, let's go! There are plenty of reasons why the bright red Ferrari LaFerrari is so difficult to find hung up in store, and that's because Hot Wheels designer Ronald Wong absolutely smashed it out of the park with this one, and now everybody is furiously hunting to add one of these perfect Ferraris into their collection. Hopefully we won't have to wait very long until the first 1/43 scale Hot Wheels Ferrari hits the pegs. Let me know in the comments which Ferrari you would like to see released in this very expensive premium series, and then as I pull out and show you guys the very best Hot Wheels products that were in stock right now, after a 3-week hunt and editing out all of the many times that I walked up to absolutely nothing and left so many stores with just my own car, but with a lot less fuel inside of it, let me know in the comment section for this video if you wrote down that I would find a total of 16 Hot Wheels Ferraris in total, and if you think that that number is surprising or even unbelievably lucky. And I must admit that when I decided to make this video, I did have my doubts that I would even scrape together 10 Ferraris found out in the wild. But most importantly, I hope that all of these store visits inspire more people to get out there and hunt down some Ferraris for yourself, because we all need to stop supporting the idiot scalpers and resellers who sell the most hyped up and latest Hot Wheels online for a profit. And instead, I want you guys to realise that the more times you go out hunting for your most wanted pieces, your hard work will ultimately reward you when you only have to pay the standard retail price to find exactly what you're looking for. And lastly, for all of the most legendary people watching right now, you get to enjoy this super fast detailed summary for exactly which Hot Wheels Ferraris were found and how many of them were discovered in total from all 15 store visits featured within this video. Enjoy, you're welcome. In full transparency as always, the total cost for the 17 Hot Wheels products added into my personal collection, which includes 8 mainline basic cars, 3 semi-premiums, 3 premiums, 2 colour shifters and 1 1/43 scale BMW, reduced my bank account this time by £81.70, which then divided by 17 vehicles averages out to £4.80 per item. The best part about being a Hot Wheels collector is setting all of the cars that you purchase with your hard-earned money free from their packaging and then displaying them in pride of place, which is why I've left a very interesting link as a pinned comment and within this video's description as well for some very good looking diorama displays that you should definitely check out for yourself. Take it easy everyone, appreciate each and every one of you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, and stay lucky fellow diecast collector.